Yeah, yeah. Welcome. Oh, I know what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to print off comments to talk about. All right. So I've hit 25 points. Oh yeah, welcome Wargamers. This is another painting vlog with Dan. Yeah. So you put it on the floor. All right. You hear that? I can crack my. Some of you are cringing, I know. And you're like, oh, stop, Dan, stop. So off camera, I did a little. There's more painting. I can paint so efficiently off camera, it's ridiculous. So anyways, I painted a squad of gun mages that I'm adding to my army for up to 35 points. And also a squire. So I'll show stills of those later. The reason I went with the gun mages and the squire, well, gun mages are just cool, you know. They kind of add to the feel of my army. They can go along with the Black 13th and the long gunners. And gun mages have that pushback, so you can push back a lot farther and keep those like heavy warjacks and heavy war beasts further away from you. And so you don't have to worry about them as much. Like, you still have to worry about them, but like you can keep them. You can choose which ones are there or not. And then with Striker's Feet, you know, choose when you get hit. Other than that, I also bought a heavy warjack kit to either make another ironclad or defender, or actually I think I might, yeah, I think I'm going to, oh no, I did that wrong. I was going to, because, why can't words come out of my mouth right now? I was going to magnetize it, but I realized I just looked at this guy. And on my left arm, I put a fist on instead of the hammer, because Defender has his gun on the left arm, and then the Ironclad has his arm plus the hammer. So it's one of those two. So that's easy. But I didn't do the hammer, I did just open fist. And I spray painted it. Meh. That was easy to fix. Just rip off the hand. And then on the other side, this is where it gets a bit tricky, is that it's either the arm. Actually, no, it's not tricky at all, because you just glue the arm and it's just a fist. So it's either the fist or the hammer, or the other hammer. So I only need 4 magnets. So I might do that, show that on camera once I figure out how to do it. Shouldn't be too hard, just drill in and stick it in and make sure they're facing the right way instead of this. I mean, so you have shooting guns, just like a gun, just you like position it and it just flies at the opponent. No, it just fall off probably. But anyways, okay, so with the gun mages, I also got the unit attachment, okay, and also, where is he? Where is he? Aha. And Arlen Strangeways. So I got these two. So I was at 25, so I got that, and I'm about to play a game against Matt, 25, and I've already played against Jordan, so those will be up soonish. One in the vault, one on the site, just for free. And then I'll be moving up to 35 points, and I'll play a couple of those. So for my 35 point list, 25 points is Black 13th, full squad of long gunners, Lancer, Ironclad, Charger, and Peace Striker. All right, and then add up to 35 points. I've got the gun mages, the squire, because I love the squire, and so that's 8 points. And so I have to choose whether I want Arlen Strangeways or the unit attachment for the gun mages. Now the unit attachment, it looks like he's looked pretty cool looking. But it looks like they're really only super effective when you have a jack to jack marshal to really benefit from it. And really right now all I have is a charger that could benefit from it. But the charger's big benefit is that you can use one focus, which you can't use focus when you're jack marshal. You just get a boosted roll or boosted or another attack, or it's like almost like almost focus. And so the difference there would be you can't use a focus to boost his attack and his damage. And so it's less effective. So I think for now, I'm just going to go with Arlen and Squire. And then this guy, although I'm painting him right now, will be for a 50-point list. Or what I'm thinking about for a change up in Warcasters, because you gotta change it up a bit. Some water there. Is I'm gonna go with Siege. Because Siege just seems cool with all the stuff he can do. Like especially like Foxhole. Like I think not only like you could like run guys out in front and then put them in a foxhole, and then long gunners can shoot over them because you don't count if they're completely inside of it. And then also counts as rough terrain, so to get through to it, to hit them, add a few more inches. Stuff like that. Little neat things that I don't think it was 100% intended for. And then putting even the Arcane Gun Mages in a foxhole, and then you get like 17, 18 defense or something ridiculous like that. And so I can't cast Blur, but I can cast that. And then I can't cast Snipe, but to be honest, well, Snipe is super, super useful in the long gunners. It really is. But there are other options that don't even require line of sight, and so he can just do some awesome ranged attacks. So I really think after like reading, although like I'm interested in Haley, I'm interested in Nemo. I read Kara Sloan's stuff, and I don't know, it doesn't do it for me. But I'll probably end up buying most of them eventually. And I really thought I wanted a Jeremiah Cray list of just like crazy cavalry warjacks, but I don't know. I saw it in action while even a small battle, and it was fun. But I don't know. I like my long gunners. I like the skirting around and keeping out of combat until the right moment and being able to blow the crap out of your opponents. Might be just because I played orcs for so long, and so with all of that adding up, maybe I just want to shoot people for once instead of bashing their heads in. Forego on the beat stick and shoot people up. Anyways, I'm having tons of fun with War Machine, like so much fun. So yeah, good times at mini wargaming. And I'm really happy with this paint scheme I did for the Arcane Mage. It's a lighter blue, it's the Reaper Paint Ashen Blue. So it's a really light blue, but after I wash it with Devlin Mud, which I only have a little bit left, and then I'm going to have to use the new paints. No, I don't like wasting, so although I could get the new paints, I'm going to use what I got right now, and then we'll see. And I almost like just using what paints I have available to me. I'm like, let's try to make it work with these paints. Like, okay, so every single like skin tone that I have on all of my guys, I've made myself through red, light brown, and white. If you just mix those back and forth, you just get the thing, all of a sudden, flesh tone, perfect flesh tone. You're like, and then you just mix it once, you have it there, you have a big glob of it, you paint it on all the faces, and you're done. No need to buy a flesh tone paint. I think it's just because I'm lazy and I was at home and I didn't want to go all the way back and buy one, even though they're like right over there and there. I like using what I got. It's like when I play StarCraft, Oh, I recently bought a really nice keyboard, a Black Widow keyboard. It's all like mechanical, and it's like a $150 keyboard. So it's pretty nice. But before that, I was just on my laptop keyboard. Diamond level play, beating Masters levels every once in a while. I haven't played in a while, so I don't think I'm quite that good anymore. I'm still Diamond level, but yeah, so basically I was playing, you know, probably top 5% in the world. Not to brag, but I was doing it on a laptop. And it was glorious. I don't know, it just seemed almost more fun because of that. You know, more of a challenge. Now that I got a good keyboard, now it's like, no excuses. And then you're expected to play better, and then you really don't play that much better. But then for like a mouse, I just have to get like $30 like tiny little like wireless mouse. I like throwing like my wrist around just like, and like any drag on the mouse at all, it's just like from the cord, just irks me to no end. I don't know. So in a lot of ways, I like primitive stuff better. So does all this high-tech stuff. But I've also noticed that my painting has gotten a lot better from like the first Warjack I painted. Like I didn't paint anything for like a couple of years. Like it's been that long. And then I painted the first Warjacks and meh, okay, whatever. They're all right, I guess. I was happy with them at the time. I look back, I'm like, They're fine tabletop standard, I understand. But I expect more of myself. And so as I painted the long gunners, they got a little better. And then really as I started painting the Black 13th, I really got into it. I think it's the flowing robes. I'm like, ooh. And then also the Arcane Mages. These guys are awesome. They're so fun to play with. I mean, with their knockback, like I mentioned, with their criticals, and just like the true sight. I played a game against Crix, just like a small fun game, and just bringing these guys, he just has like this like fully stealthed army. And I'm like, what do I do? I was like, Arcane Mages, run up, just wailing on stuff, and they can do their like combined attack as an order to do the AoE 3, which does actually a lot of damage. Kitty litter keeps on falling off my bases. I need to put more glue. Alright, let's get to some comments and see what your peoples have to say. Glad you're staying. Your videos have been getting better and better. Well, thank you. And are now the first ones I watch. Also, we have the same name. Well, Dans have to stick together. That is very important, for sure. There's a lot of us Dans. It's a popular name. It means, in Hebrew, God is my judge. Did you guys know that? Did other Dans know that? Now you do.